Greetings and welcome to FactionMasters Season 8, Game 4. This game will feature the Spectral Conclave, played by Kezbatron, against the Eternal Council, played by SneezingMerilous, and I am joined by Kezbatron, our Spectral Conclave player. Welcome.
G'day, thanks for having me.
Now, the Spectral Conclave, kind of a newer-ish faction. I have a lot of, just speaking personally, I've played the Eternal Council a lot. I'm a bit less familiar with the Spectral Conclave. In a situation like this, is there a danger of summoning too much, summoning too many commons, and just feeding your opponent too much magic, or do you still want to just sort of flood the board and get out every unit that you can?
You kind of do want to play all your illusions, mostly because Spectral Conclave needs to hit Idia a lot. You're not going to be rolling more than 2 dice at her at a time with your illusions, and she's got 13 health, so she's going to get a lot of boosts, so you kind of have to just hit her a lot, which means you're going to have to throw a lot of illusions at her because she can just snipe them down one at a time.
Yeah, some factions that have a lot of melee units have trouble with the depart ability that's on these illusions. Eternal Council has quite a bit of ranged units. So, is there any particular change of playstyle going against a melee, more melee faction like Tundra Orcs or Moonstep Wolves, as opposed to somebody like the Eternal Council that has more range?
You kind of really have to rely on foxes to try to line up so you don't get too many range shots in, because they'll just kind of, pick apart all your illusions before you can actually utilize them, which is kind of difficult. But this game was certainly a bit different, and you'll probably see why.
All right, well, let's get it started. I'm looking forward to it. We'll start with your view. And
I started with 2 unleashes in my opening hand, which was a bit rough because you kind of need both of them in this matchup. You don't want to give them away to learn, but yeah, you kind of need them just to kind of kill Idia before she can, kill you on the crackback. Yeah.
Yeah, I notice you're already dropping some units. I mean, you got to have some illusions either die or be discarded to use the boosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, SneezingMerilous has most of the pieces of the, well, I shouldn't say most, but he's got a couple combo pieces right now and that learn ready to go. Interesting. I think he's going to use this to push Idia up to shoot at the fox.
And that's what Idia just does. She just kills illusions pretty much once a turn.
Yep, does give you the opening to shoot back at her, giving her boost, but also taking away her life. Looks like that's what you're going to go for. Nice, 3 out of 3. Ah, not so nice.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
All right, starting some combo even now. I'm going to back up just a bit so I can talk about what you did with your hand. So we dropped the fade away. Yeah,
I dropped the fade away because I just wanted to keep the 2 unleashes. I had to drop the mind mages because I drew basically all 4 of them right now. Like you can see, I've got 2 on my discard. I played 1, and then I got the other one in my hand. Really clogged up my hand. As you can see, I got no illusions. The split's kind of useless in my hand at the moment because I've got no illusions. The Ghost Walk, you don't want to play it into this matchup because Idia with Ghost Walk is really scary. And Unleash less so because Eternal Council kind of has difficulty using Unleash properly. Obviously, that she likes the boost, but just having 5 targets to shoot with is pretty hard for. Yeah, so Unleash is less threatening for learn. It's just Ghost Walk that you just don't want to play into it.
Yeah, it feels like it would be nice to get a Mind Mage possession on one of those Ancient Scholars, for instance. But Maybe not this game. So we see Eternal Council is going to move out with the combo Assault and Insight. No Seek, though. I kind of like to use it with Seek, but see how he plays it. He can get some boost with... Oh, there's a Seek. Just drew into it. It'll be interesting to see what he chooses to prolong on the next turn.
That miss was pretty huge.
Yeah. Well, kind of a miss there also, but...
Yeah, it just means I have another turn with my Mind Mage with the really bad hand I have. It just kind of allowed me to actually play this turn.
Might as well shoot for 3 if you've got it.
Yeah.
Got the opening. Yeah, I find if Edea takes too much damage early, it just is really difficult to use her to the fullest. It's like you're having a little trouble rolling hits yourself there, but got 2 more in Edea. That's probably the most important one.
I think I'm out of Mind Mages now because I threw away the last one. I typically like to have one Mind Mage towards the end of the match, but yeah, just needed to get rid of it to keep my unleashes.
Yeah. My Knight getting all hits when you didn't want, getting hits when he didn't want them. Probably wanted another boost on Edea, didn't get it. And
He'll get plenty more.
Keeping the Insight, dropped the Assault, and didn't use the Learn. Did I get that correctly? Yeah, saving the Learn in hand.
They played their first Learn.
Played the first one, but not the second. The second one was in hand at the beginning of this turn.
Ah, okay.
Some people like to just play him when they first get him, just to get the boost out there, but saving it for an Unleashed turn is perhaps the smarter play. We'll see. You're getting a split on the Hawk, probably to push that Knight over.
Get more hits on Edea.
Yep.
And block the spawn. Just try to push up.
Yeah, Faerun is looking like in a pretty good spot here, close enough to the action, but not in danger.
I drew the second fadeaway, which is really good on the Mind Knight.
Yeah, sure, especially since you haven't damaged it yet. And just really wants that boost on Edea, but that's going to leave himself open to another attack. I feel like he's taking too much damage here for a faction that has assassination potential like the Spectral Conclave does, even if it's just 1 or 2 damage. By the time I get down to 7, I'm saying time for Edea to hide. You don't want to use your mighty 7 or 8 attack on a little 2 health illusion.
A 2/2 Hawk,
you want to be hitting walls and champions with that stuff, or summoners if you can. It's like you've got the other split already.
Fox that I drew. Yeah. I think I just drew my first Fox then. So halfway through the deck, and I just drew my first Fox or Stag.
Yeah, no champs yet either. But I think that's okay. As Spectral Conclave, you don't have to have champs early.
No, you don't.
I imagine he's going to use the Sage on that gate. Didn't quite take it out. So now at this point, Edea is pretty low, but there's a lot of high health units. Do you think you want to pivot now and go for an econ game, or do you want to start putting combos together? I think I can see one already with Split coming up where you could sneak 1 unit back there.
I think I do go for the split play here, just to keep poking Edea, because it's just, I don't have my second Ghost Walk. I can't go for the kill right now. I'm kind of blocked behind my gate, so I think I just go for more poking, try to deal with these advisors, because they can just kill illusions quite well in the Sage.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely setting up for something in a later turn.
For 2, getting there, and very nicely blocking all the gate spots. Not that he needs to summon more units right now, but just in case he wanted to put something out. No, he can't do it. Go for the Psychic Assault to clear some illusions. I believe this is assault number 2. Still persisting that that 8 attack, just in case you send something big his way, I guess.
Him putting the 2 gates down is kind of pretty difficult for me to get in now because I've only got the 1 angle. But I'm actually glad he killed that front gate because it lets me kind of go in with Faerun now.
Yeah, he really prioritized killing the fox that was here. He could have killed the gate with the sage and then maybe shot Faerun with the advisor, but I think at this point, if I were Eternal Council, I might be playing for Econ also. Just say, I'll finish off Faerun when he runs out of cards. Still holding on to that learn. Waiting for something really juicy. Now we're moving up. Oh, here's the first unleash.
I just want to clear the board.
Yeah.
Just so I can keep pushing, keep putting pressure on the gates.
Sure.
And then hopefully get my second Ghost Walk for the kill.
Foxes are getting their hits. Foxes and stags.
I think the hawk was the only thing I could summon. I would love to summon a stag.
Yeah,
but...
I was about to say. Well, you had foxes in there, but no hawk.
Yeah.
Unless I clicked on the wrong.
No, I think there was a fox in there.
Yeah,
foxes...
there was a couple of foxes in there too, but yeah, I think the hawk is fine. So 8 magic. You've got a good, solid wall of units here. Let's see how Merilous can answer. Going with the high health units.
He did play a lot of Mind Knights and Sages, which is quite difficult for the Spectral Conclave with the 4 health. It means I got to hit him 2 to 3 times, and it's kind of annoying. Dedicating an entire turn just to kill 1 unit.
There's the learn. He's got to snag that.
He snags the.
All right, so now we see Tylo, however you say it.
I just need to clear the board so I can kind of hopefully sneak something around or bust through the gates. I just couldn't decide on what I wanted to do yet.
Eternal Council finally letting go of that insight, having drawn another one anyways, but not a whole lot of cards in the deck left to draw.
He keeps up the learn. He kept up the learn.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I was considering playing my second unleash that turn and just trying to clear the rest and block the gates. But he had 2 boosts, and I was like, he could keep up the learn and steal my second unleash. But if I kill all of his units, he kind of can't use either of the unleashes because he's got 3 units on the board right now. He only had two magic. Unleash costs 1. There was just no way that he could really use it effectively. So I was tossing and turning. Do I just clear the board or do I just save it? At this point, I knew the game was probably going to drag out because he was just not going to move Idia behind his wall. So I was just really worried about Katu. Just because Katu is just a big problem right at the end of the game because it's 10 health and so I was thinking I need to save this second unleash just to deal with him when he inevitably hits the board because I knew he was going to come out eventually. So I was just holding it for that.
Okay. Yeah, between the high health gates and the... Sorry, had a sneeze come out there. between the high health gates and the high health units, it's just a lot of HP for you to try to punch through two dice at a time. Good use of the stag there. Gates. Yeah. Interesting positioning with Edia there. But, sorry. The Sage did kill that illusion. Tried to pause it in the middle of the attack. It's like he wants to have the option to pull her out, but is it really safe?
If I still had a Mind Mage, that position for Edie is quite scary, because if I could get a Mind Mage close enough to the advisor, you can, mind capture the advisor, shoot, and then swap with Ghost Walk and kind of, really put a lot of pressure. So I'm not sure why he would do that. Maybe, I don't know. I had discarded 2 of them. I played 2 Mind Mages. I guess he just wasn't too concerned about them.
With that Sage blocking the way, would your Mind Mage be able to get up to there, though?
No, it wouldn't be this turn. No, but I could, I don't know, put it next to that gate on the right, and then maybe next turn push in. Just playing it slow here. Try to put pressure on the gates. Make him come to me.
Yeah, now you could have...
Especially with 8 magic, I was kind of afraid of what he might do with 8 magic.
Sure. Now you could have swapped Taylor with the stag to kill this one off and create an opening.
If I did that, then Edia could just move and take out the stag. It was just, I didn't want to lose too much material. This
might be better just to try to knock these down at around the same time.
At the same time, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Oh, we just saw an Ancient Scholar. 2 Ancient Scholars.
Yeah, that was very frightening, because he kind of placed them behind the wall and drew his entire deck. So at this point, 6 magic, Katu's coming out.
To get to Katu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even taking inactivity damage on Edia. But just, trying to get to Katu. And also, it means that if you do take down these gates, he's got scholars to come in and start slicing up Talo.
Exactly.
So. Two champions on the board.
Yeah. I think I just try to go for the gates here.
Yeah. Not quite that one. Yep. Keeping Talos safe. We're not getting Katu yet. It's like he wants to just summon more... Oh, maybe he's going to use the Unleash. That's why he wanted to have more units. So the Knights can just pass this guy down, pass Miro down.
I thought he discarded it at this point.
Oh, yeah, he's holding it for a very long time. I don't know if he can do more than 3 attacks, though, come to think of it, though. Almost finished off Miro, but 8 life is a lot to get through in one turn.
Yeah, it is. And this turn was a bit of a weird one, because I was like, I could use Talo to kind of body block for Miro, but then it puts Talo kind of in a pretty vulnerable spot, which I end up going for. But I could have, I suppose, used Talo to just knock out the Mind Knight. You'll see when I deploy, I put out a Fox and a Hawk.
Fox, okay. I thought the Hawk might push the Knight back a little, but...
No, I just want to clear as much of his units on the board, because they're quite expensive and his deck's running out. I need to keep what I can alive to deal with Katu.
And then the Fox can cover for Miro a little. Yeah.
Well, I used Taylor. I swapped with Taylor here on the Fox.
To really make sure.
Got to keep Miro alive just so I can deal with Katu in one turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's only down. He's only got 1 magic. Could take him a while to get up to 6.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
And then I just lose Talo just very quickly.
feel like here Miro is actually, like, if you had to sacrifice one of them, Miro's the one you want to keep alive.
It's just personal preference. I like Miro over Talo just because I like
Yeah.
getting more attacks in, but that's just personal preference at that point.
Okay. Rin starting to get some boost now. You try not to trigger depart, but at some point you just have to do it, or you just can't get things done.
Just have to keep what I have on the board alive, mostly just to prevent him from getting magic.
Yeah. It's up to 3.
I could have probably gone
ways
for
to
the kill
go.
this turn with a hawk and ghost walk,
The
but
hawk to push him back, and then yeah. I feel
I
like
just went for more.
he's got to summon some units. Still holding on to that unleash, which can't possibly be useful now, but it doesn't get him up to 6. I feel like he should have summoned Katu when he had the chance, rather than trying to set up some unleash play. But
Yeah,
that's
I thought so too.
something to keep in mind if I ever find myself on this side of the matchup. Stealing unleash is overrated.
Yeah, it kind of is because all your commons are so like you don't have any zero cost commons. You've got to spend a lot of magic. It costs 1 as well, which is quite expensive if you need to summon a lot of commons in the same turn.
Yeah. Well, this should be it. Don't need that ghost walk after all. There it is.
Yeah, didn't need the ghost walk. Didn't need. I held that unleash for the entire game, and I didn't
Yeah,
end
you
up
did.
needing
You
it.
did start with 2 in hand. How about that?
And 9 magic. Wow.
Sometimes just the threat of it can mean a lot. I had this discussion. I don't remember who it was last season about how if you have 2 powerful events, just discard the first one early, and then your opponent will be, just playing scared of when's the other one going to come out.
Yeah,
So
look, I've played this matchup where I've had to discard the Unleash and I've just ran out of gas by the end, or just couldn't get that final kill on Idia. So
yeah,
I just knew that I'd probably need both. One to put the pressure on Idia, the other one to potentially deal with Katu.
you would have needed it for Katu, that's for sure, if Katu had
Yeah,
hit the board.
10 health is just another big roadblock for Spectral Conclave. It's so many attacks that you need to throw at him just to kind of get him down. And that's where I like Miro, because you can just get those extra attacks in. Because you can have a fox or a stag on the side, and you can throw so many more dice at things, especially for the higher health targets.
All right. Well, congratulations. You've advanced to the next round. Any closing thoughts here?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in the round to come. And thanks to all of our viewers. We will see you next time for more Faction Masters.